Hello friend, welcome to this AWS Management Tools learning series. Here we're going to learn about different management tools. We have our running applications or instances on the cloud, be it mobile, web, or any kind of applications. We can implement our AWS solutions using Lambda, EC2, Elastic Compute, Elastic Beanstalk, and more tools out there, be it machine learning, IoT, or more tools. But after the development of these services or instances, we need certain sort of management tools, which we're going to learn now. Let us begin our journey with auto scaling. So let's start with auto scaling. It is among the various management tool services. Among these services are cloud formations, cloud trail, config, managed services, ops work, service catalog, systems manager, and trusted advisor. So we have all these services at our disposal. We could use these services. With auto scaling, we can scale our applications to perform or optimize at very cost. Uh, the power of the cloud, the core of the cloud, that is scaling. We may be a startup or a company. We may want to scale up and down. The auto scaling will allow us to scale based on your requirement. It monitors your applications and automatically adjusts the capacity or the number of shreds or resources to maintain steady, predictable performance at the lowest possible cost. With auto-scaling, it's easy to set up application scaling for multiple resources across different services in minutes, in a matter of minutes or seconds. It provides simple, powerful UI that lets you build scaling plans for resources, including EC2 instances to add spot fleets and ECS tasks with DynamoDB tables and indexes. Amazon Aurora replicas and auto-scaling makes it simple and with recommendations to allow you to optimize your performance, cost, or balance between them. If you're already using EC2 auto scaling to dynamically scale your EC2 instances, you can now combine it with auto scaling or to scale additional resources for other AWS services. It's easy to get started with AWS auto scaling using Management Console, the command line interface, or auto scaling SDK. You could use that thing, and you need to only pay for the AWS resources needed to run your application. There is no additional cost for auto scaling and no upfront fees for this thing. With auto scaling, we can automatically resize the compute clusters based on demand, user demand. We can define minimum and maximum number of instances so that we may not exceed till a certain level. Suppose you are a startup or a small organization, and someday the traffic to your website may boost up to 1 billion or say 10 million users. That may be because of a DOS attack or denial of service attack, and your site is not that often secure. So you don't want to pay for that such traffic. Or if the traffic is genuine, or you are not getting any paid money for that, you don't want to be heavily paid for using these resources. So you have to set the maximum number of instances and for minimum number because if there is no traffic, the website would not be opened at all. So you have to set the minimum number also. You can run auto scaling on demand and export instance types, and it is free obviously. There you can set auto scaling groups, the minimum number size, desired capacity, and the maximum number of size, which could be scaled out as needed. There are huge benefits. The setup scaling, you can set up scaling quickly. You don't need to pay for unused resources. This is the benefit of auto scaling. You can automatically maintain the performance using different kinds of workload, periodic, unpredictable, continuous changing due to different factors also. You can make smart scaling decisions to create the scaling policies and set targets based on your preferences. And you only need to pay for what you need. So how it works, we have to create a unified auto scaling model. We can explore our applications and decide which application we need to scale. So we have to choose what to optimize based on the cost or performance metrics, and we can track scaling as it happens in the real time or a matter of delay in minutes. We can add auto scaling in different availability zones. So say that in availability zones A and B, based on different cloud regions on Amazon. The elastic load balancing and Route 53 could be used and configured along with auto scaling added to different EC2 or Lambda instances. The model simple goes like here. We have a different number of users, say 1 million to 9 million on the chart, and we have different number of metrics. We have the calculated upper limit, calculated lower limit, the capacity, and the used bytes. We get all the data here, and based on that, we are going to pay our amount. We can add different instances of different services in a use case fashion. So to deliver a service, we can add API gateway, auto scaling, and CloudWatch with each other to bring it a solution. We can also build a complex scenario where we have a CloudFront, S3, RDS databases, and different kind of things connected there. We can add auto scaling group to different instances of the elastic load balancer or different instances of our application in different availability zones, whether in a VPC or outside a virtual private cloud. We may have different types of web tier and application tier or database tier. We can add auto scaling to all the groups. We can add auto scaling for application tier and set alarms for that. Implementing using the scaling policies to set a minimum and maximum number of uh, products or instances that could be created. We can have multiple EC2 instances running using the load balancer for the same database or S3 storage. We may integrate it with simple notification services uh, and CloudFormation other tools. When you're going to create a auto scaling instance from Amazon dashboard, you would get these things. You can create auto scaling group directly from the welcome screen, and you can create automated provisioning, adjustable capacity, and you can launch a template support as well. You got different groups for different instances. You can add SQS queue, simple queries queue service. You could add different processing servers. You could add different applications. You could add the CloudWatch and a scaling event. So this was about auto scaling. It is a very important service and a core of cloud applications. We can integrate it with a wide range of applications. If you have a current application running out there in the cloud, you could integrate auto scaling with that service, be it a mobile, IoT, web application, or anything like that. You have to keep innovating or uh, use the power of the cloud. Keep learning and keep moving ahead.